Hello everyone. In this video, I will walk you through risk management processes in a step-by-step fashion. This approach will instill the core concepts of project risk management. You will be able to apply these steps while managing your real-world projects. In addition, you will be able to skillfully apply this knowledge in PMP exam. I have created series of these step-by-step guides for all Pmbok knowledge areas. You can download these guides from PMP Prep Coach, which is an ultimate PMP exam preparation app used by thousands of PMP exam candidates in past 5 years. Now let's begin learning project risk management in a unique way. The first step is to develop a risk management plan to identify risk and to manage the risk throughout project life cycle. A risk management plan can be developed typically using following 9 guidelines. The first guideline says that you need to define a risk impact scale matrix for time, cost, and quality. If you have a previously developed matrix, you can use it. An example matrix is here, and this matrix is used to rank the risk as low, medium, or high. Second guideline is to categorize the potential causes of risks and develop hierarchical representation of these causes into risk breakdown structure known as RBS. If you have a previous template, please use and customize to your needs. An example RBS is given here. Third guideline to develop the project risk management plan is to determine the risk threshold by consulting project management team or the subject matter experts. For example, an organization may accept the risk if there is 20% chance of exceeding the budget by 10%. Above this threshold, this organization may not accept the risk. You need to define lead, support, and risk management team members for each type of activity in the risk management plan and clarifies their responsibility. So in short, you need to create a risk management team. You need to identify who's going to lead that team and who are going to be the support members and who are the other subject matter experts that you want on the team, and ensure that each one has a clear responsibility documented. Number 5 guideline to develop the project risk management plan is to define the risk management activities that will be performed on the project, such as risk identification activity, analysis, risk meeting, and estimate the cost and duration of all these activities. Then you should add these estimates to cost and schedule baseline to reflect how much effort will be there on the project in terms of risk management. Identify the data sources and tools for risk management and the overall approach to perform risk management. For example, you need to identify risk owners, number of risk meetings and the frequency, schedule what is going to be the risk governance process, what are the details of this process, and so on. Number 7 guideline is that you need to define how risk activities will be recorded. For example, it can be captured during risk management meetings or during risk status update provided by risk management team members. Number 7, plan the risk audits. Oh, it's 8 actually, I just missed the number. Plan the risk audits, their frequency and the scope of these audits. Add a glossary for definition of risk management related terms. And this marks the end of the 9th guideline for your risk management plan. The next step is, after you develop the risk management plan, next step is to determine uncertain events on the project. What can go right or wrong? Use the item on the right for this purpose. For example, you can look at project charters, scope statement, contract terms, condition, etc. to come up with a very solid list that you can use to refine later on. In addition, use prompt lists, risk breakdown structure, and other comprehensive frameworks like TCOP to identify these uncertain events. From exam standpoint, you should know that a prompt list can be created by using risk categories at the lowest level of the risk breakdown structure. For overall project risk, other frameworks such as Pastel, TCOP, and VUCA can be used. Number 4 step is document these uncertain events in risk register. After risk register is ready, set up a meeting with subject matter experts and project management team to review the risk events that are captured in the risk register in the previous steps. Then for each identified risk event, assess the probability of occurrence and impact on time and cost. Include risk management team and subject matter expert in this activity. Number 7, use data gathering techniques and facilitation techniques to agree on what is going to be your final list of risk. Example of data gathering techniques include brainstorming, checklists, and interviews. Refer to our feature in our app, audio flashcard, that will allow you to understand those techniques like brainstorming, checklists, and interviews. And you can listen to those audio flashcards on the go. Number 8, perform data analysis techniques to discover sources of risk. These techniques include root cause analysis for a previous problem that occurred, assumption and constraint analysis, SWOT analysis, as well as document analysis of project and product related information. Record the results of above activities into a risk report. Note that a risk register contains details of identified individual risks, while risk report contains a list of overall project risk as well as the summary of risks in the risk register. And this is important from exam standpoint. Number 10, next step is to perform risk assessment, including urgency of the risk to prioritize each risk as low, medium, or high. You can develop risk priority by using either the relative ranking or numerical method. Remember that if you're working on a small project, like 3-6 month project, relative ranking is commonly used. On a large project, use of numerical method is very common. You can look at the example on the right to understand how this numerical method is actually being done and carried out. Number 11, update your risk register with assessment information of all identified risks, positive as well as negative. The assessment will contain risk probability of occurrence and its impact, as well as its priority, low, medium, high, or very high. Step number 12 is to develop strategies to handle the threats that you have identified. 5 response strategies for threats, also known as negative risk, are as follows. Remember to execute in the same order. So the first and the foremost thing you need to do is to escalate. Anything that is beyond your authority and control, you need to escalate to the management, PMO and beyond. Eliminate the threat by eliminating its cause. This is used as first and the foremost strategies to handle top threats. An exam tip. Transfer threat to a third party, that's what we call transfer strategy. Mitigate is about reducing probability and or impact of the threat. Accept the threat using contingency reserve, that's called an active approach. Or you can accept the risk with just a workaround. You wait and see and then do something if it occurs. Number 13, you need to develop strategies similar to the threats. And this time you need to develop strategies for the opportunities. 5 response strategies for opportunity are as follows. You need to escalate, notify management about the opportunity, exploit, make use of these opportunities, share the opportunity with a third party, enhance these opportunities by increasing their probability and or impact of these opportunities. Accept willingness to take advantage of opportunities. Number 14, you should implement these response strategies as planned before the project execution begins. It's very important from exam standpoint because we're looking for a proactive approach to prevent any issues from happening. Number 15, once the project begins, you should follow these steps. Watch out for new risk, monitor impact of strategies during execution, Amend these strategies as necessary. Number 18 is implement fallback plan if primary response strategies needs to be abandoned. There is a typo here, forget it. Analyze contingency reserves continuously as some risk may occur during execution that may require a review contingency reserves. A review of contingency reserve. Keep on performing risk reassessment continuously to know if a newly identified risk is a threat to project, and then execute, eliminate, transfer, mitigate strategies as appropriate and mentioned before. You should review and add contingency reserve or remove contingency reserve as required. Number 21, ensure that the concerned team members are updating the risk status, such as closing of the risks that are outdated. You should perform risk audits as planned in your risk management plan. Towards closing of project or phase, document lesson learned from risk management processes and from the results of risk audits. This last step marks the end of this guide. Hope you find it useful. Is this guide enough for your exam preparation? Of course not. You need more. You need an ultimate exam preparation system. Use PMP Prep Coach, the ultimate PMP exam preparation app, and you can use this app to read more similar step-by-step guides on all other Pmbok knowledge areas. What it offers, the app offers new questions that are added regularly, practice questions in study mode along with explanation. You can also take time-based exams using real exam simulator. You can review wrong answers to practice more on your weak areas. You can review your progress via trend charts. You can play a brilliant, fantastic ITTO game to reinforce and memorize ITTO concept. You can review key concepts of knowledge area using mind map videos, another fantastic thing. In just 5 minutes, you can have a summary of the whole knowledge area. You can read step-by-step planning guides, the one you just heard with me and you were along with me. Listen to audio flashcards on the go, which are updated regularly. Practice 100 formula questions to master numerical questions. So this will ensure that any mathematical question appears on the exam, you're ready for it. So that's why there will be plenty of practice available on all of the formula questions. Use study planner template to prepare your own study plan. So there is a template and you can set a date for when you're going for exam, and then you can plan backwards and allocate time for every single item of preparation. Get mentoring from the PMP trainer, which is me, of course. I'm a certified PMP trainer for almost 10 years now. And you get lifetime content update in this app. Why wait? Here are the links to download from Apple Store and Google Store. Download now and see what benefit you're going to get from this particular app. Feel free to like this video, share, comment, as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel for more insightful videos on PMP exam. And just to let you know, the 7th edition is under preparation. Pmbok 7th edition is coming up, so hurry up, register for the exam, prepare your exam using our app, and we wish you best of luck. Thank you very much.